guys, today you're going to be learning about the distributive property. So the distributive property, last year, you might remember, you talked about it. All the distributive property tells us to do is to multiply whatever's on the outside of our parentheses by every term inside the parentheses. All right, so distributing just means multiplying. When you distribute, you are giving the numbers or variables that are on the outside of the parentheses to all of the numbers or variables that are inside the parentheses. Remember to check the sign that is in front of all your terms. So if there is a -2 on the outside of the parentheses, you have to multiply all the terms inside the parentheses by -2. If you have x minus 3 inside the parentheses, that -3 makes that a -3. So be careful with your negatives. All right, here are some examples. You're going to go just like we did with combining like terms. You're going to start with pictures and then work your way to just plain Jane problems. So the first example I see here, on the outside of my parentheses, I have 2 people. Inside the parentheses, I have a burger plus a fry. So I'm going to distribute those 2 people to all the food inside the parentheses. So this would be 2 times H, 2 hamburgers, plus 2 times F, 2 fries. So I can distribute that and I would get 2H plus 2F. If we look at the next example, there is a 4 on the outside of our parentheses. I'm going to take that 4 and I'm going to multiply it by everything inside the parentheses. So I would get 4 times y is just 4y. 4 times 3 is 12. So I get 4y plus 12. The next one, I'm going to distribute the 2. 2 times 3 is 6. And this is 2 times a -1c. 2 times -1 is -2c. Here I have -4 times w is -4w. -4 times -4 is +16. So we can simplify that to -4w plus 16. Here are a couple more examples down here. When the negative sign is by itself on the outside of the parentheses, so here I just have a negative on the outside. Remember, there's a number 1 hiding there. So I'm actually distributing a -1. So -1 times 4y is -4y. -1 times +7 is -28. So that's what you're going to be doing today. Before you get started on the rest of the slides, what I want you to do is click the button right here, and I want you to watch this Edpuzzle video. It's a math antics video. He does an amazing job of explaining the distributive property, and he shows you some really good examples. So make sure that you watch that video before you continue. Once you're done watching the math antics video, you're going to finish the rest of the slides. So we're working with pictures to start with. Once you work through the first 5 examples that have pictures, then you're going to go down to just some plain Jane problems with numbers and variables. After you distribute, if you can combine any like terms, you should combine your like terms at that point. So let's do one like that before I let you go. So here I have an example where I have a 5 on the outside, then I have a pop minus 2 burgers plus 3 fries, plus another 3 burgers at the end. So I'm going to start by distributing that 5 to every term inside my parentheses. So 5 times P is 5 pops. 5 times -2 burgers is -10 burgers. 5 plus or times 3 fries is 15 fries. And then I'm just going to bring those 3 burgers down at the end. Now I can combine my like terms. So I have -10 burgers here. I can combine that with 3 burgers. And this would simplify to 5 pops minus 7 burgers plus 15 fries. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. The very, very last slide, I want you to try it just to see how you do. On the very last slide, you're going to practice distributing first and then solving the equations at the end. This is what we're going to do tomorrow in person, but you might as well try it today because you're rock stars, and let's see how you do. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to distribute the -6. -6 times 3 is -18x. Then I'm going to distribute the negative 6 to the next term right here, which is a negative 3. So negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18 equals negative 90. Notice now this is a normal two-step equation like we're used to solving. So I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides. That would leave me with negative 18x equals, let me grab my calculator here, negative 90 negative 90 minus 18 is negative 108. Then to get rid of multiplying by negative 18, we're going to divide by negative 18 on both sides. And I am left with x equals negative 108 divided by negative 18 is positive 6. So give those other three equations a try. Again, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Make sure that you take your time. As always, ask any questions that you might have. Send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right. Good luck today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.